Top 3 undiscovered treasures in Minnesota, just waiting for the adventurous. Plus one modern treasure mystery that has everyone talking and searching. Across the land of 10,000 lakes, beneath the pines and river bluffs, Minnesota guards fortunes that were never recovered. Gold, silver, lost coin hoards, and missing caches that may still be buried. These aren't just stories. Each one has a location you can still stand in today. Let's count them down in reverse order. Number 3. The Viking silver hoard of Lake Pepin. Long before loggers, settlers, and river towns existed along Minnesota's stretch of the Mississippi, early French explorers recorded stories of a strange buried treasure, one not left by native tribes or traders, but by Norsemen. The claim sounded absurd until 1898, when the Kensington runestone was discovered in western Minnesota, suggesting Vikings had traveled deep inland, many centuries before Columbus. That discovery revived an older Mississippi River legend, that a group of 14th century Norse explorers were attacked somewhere near present-day Lake Pepin. They were forced to bury a chest of silver ingots, arm rings, and trade bars before retreating toward what is now Canada. They never returned. No record exists of the hoard being recovered. The limestone bluffs between Frontenac, Stockholm, and Old Frontenac have been searched countless times, but the terrain is enormous. Cliffs, ravines, and shorelines that shift with every flood season. Even today, a treasure of that age could be buried under only a few feet of softened soil. Estimated worth. If the hoard truly contained Viking silver, historians estimate $500,000 to $1.2 million in bullion value alone, not including archaeological value, which could make it priceless. A single verified Viking silver bar would be worth more than a modern luxury car. How to visit? The best access points are in Frontenac State Park, about 60 miles southeast of Minneapolis-St. Paul. The closest airport is MSP International. Visitors can hike bluff-top overlooks, river bottoms, and forested ravines. Metal detecting is not allowed inside state parks, but legal public land exists just outside the boundary. Shorelines along Lake Pepin are public below the high water line. Number 2. The Lost. Henry Sibley Gold Shipment. The year was 1862, and Minnesota was in open conflict during the Dakota War. With military payrolls and state funds at risk of being captured, a wagon reportedly left St. Paul loaded with gold coins and bullion intended for troop payments. Somewhere between St. Peter and Henderson, the escort was attacked, forcing the men to bury the strongbox before fleeing. All but one died before revealing the exact spot. For generations, locals searched the Big Woods country, guided by a vague description: a clearing with 3 stones stacked like a chimney. A description now useless, since the entire region has been logged, farmed, and regrown several times. The lost wagon trail is still traceable. One recorded search in the 1930s found rotted leather straps and iron fittings consistent with a strongbox harness, but no gold. The strongbox was never officially recovered, and no bank or military record exists showing the gold ever re-entered circulation. Estimated worth. Historians estimate the shipment at $25,000 to $30,000 in 1862 gold, worth more than $2 million today in gold value. How to visit? The strongest search area lies between Nicollet, St. Peter, and Henderson, about an hour southwest of Minneapolis. The nearest airport is MSP, though small planes can land at Mankato Regional Airport. Much land here is privately owned farmland, but there are walkable public areas including Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge segments and roadside historic pull-offs with trail access. Number 1. The Gunflint Trail, Prospector's Gold Cache. In the 1890s, 2 prospectors working a remote quartz vein north of Poplar Lake supposedly unearthed several bags of gold-bearing ore. They cached them near their camp and set off for Duluth to register the claim, but never made it. Some say they drowned in a canoe crossing. Others say wolves or outlaws took them. Their discovery site was lost, and the canvas bags of gold ore were never found. Unlike most legends, this one had confirmation. For decades, geologists verified gold-bearing rock in the Gunflint Iron Formation. In the 1920s, several men claimed to have found pick marks, discarded sluice boards, and part of an old campsite deep in the forest. Today, the entire area is inside the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, one of the most protected and least developed search areas in the lower 48 states. The treasure is very likely still there because no legal mining or mechanized digging has been allowed since 1978. Estimated worth. A full set of 1890s ore bags at today's refined gold prices would be worth $3 to $5 million, depending on purity. How to visit. Begin in Grand Marais, Minnesota, then follow the Gunflint Trail, scenic byway 55 miles northwest. Closest airport, Duluth International, DLH, then a 2.5 hour drive. The likely search zone lies between Poplar Lake, Liz Lake, and Meads Lake, all canoe access only. Bonus mystery, the missing 1970s detectorist gold hoard. In 1976, an experienced Minnesota metal detectorist found over 200 US gold coins, mostly 19th century $5 and $10 pieces, somewhere near the shoreline of Lake Superior. He confided to two friends that he feared the landowner would claim the find, so he reburied the coins in a safer place and planned to retrieve them later. He never did. The man died unexpectedly in the winter of 1978, leaving behind no map, no notes, and no one who knew the second burial spot. For decades, rumors tied the hoard to remote stretches between two harbors and Schroeder, including abandoned homestead sites, campground perimeters, and rocky lake bluffs. Because the coins were already recovered once, the hoard is likely buried less than 2-3 feet deep in a location that still exists today, not bulldozed, not paved, not developed.
Estimated worth. Gold value alone, $500,000 collector value. If the coins are early Liberty heads, the value could exceed $1 to $3 million.
How to visit. Begin in Duluth, then travel Highway 61 north along the Minnesota North Shore Scenic Drive. Access points include wayside parks, shoreline pull-offs, the Superior Hiking Trail, and public forest near Gooseberry Falls, Split Rock, and Tetagouche. Metal detecting is legal on some inland public lands, but not on Minnesota State Park beaches. Minnesota's missing fortunes span continents, centuries, and cultures, from Viking silver that predates the United States to frontier gold lost during war to modern-day misplaced treasures. One day, someone will find one of these. The only question is who? Will it be you? What would you do with the money? Leave us a comment. Next state in the series, Wisconsin, home of buried mining payrolls, outlaw loot, and one of America's most mysterious lakeside treasure legends.